SamajLife.in, I'm Mahesh Sharma. After the gap of 34 years, new education policy 2020 is before the nation.
राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 21वीं सदी के भारत की नए भारत की फाउंडेशन तैयार करने वाली है। 21वीं सदी के भारत को हमारे युवाओं और हमारे युवाओं को जिस तरह की एजुकेशन की जरूरत है, जैसी स्किल्स चाहिए, राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति पर इन बातों पर विशेष फोकस है।
Its document is being discussed among the various platforms, among the educationists, social reformers, politicians and all. Now, SamajLife.in, very much feeling privileged to have Mr. Bhaskar Ganti with us on the discussion of this new education policy. Mr. Ganti, Chief Development Officer of Jagal Education Foundation. He had been principal of various schools of ICSE and CBSE board in the various states for the last 25 years, and he is also national awardee of President of India. He has very outstanding work in education field. Mr. Ganti, I was going through your article on new education policy. You have started your sentence from Macaulay Minute 1835. How do you differentiate this Macaulay Minutes 1835 and this new education policy?
Basically speaking, Macaulay has not got the interest to do good service to the education in India. He came with the motto that he wanted to create such kind of an environment in India that Indian people, look at Britain and start making that as the role model. What Macaulay has done is, he has classified nations basically into two qualities. The topmost nation being Britain, and unfortunately he put India in the list of barbaric nations. And that actually tells us the intent of that person. He wanted to make India look down. I think new education policy obviously is an effort to correct the damage,
Right.
and improvise on our own in such a way that it does not make any individual feel low when they say that they are Indians. Rather, they should be feeling proud that they are Indians, because they are the ones who are going to be the global citizens in the short time to come with the following of the National Education Policy 2020.
Macaulay Minute 1835, on the basis of his education concept, our country is running its education system in the country. What do you think that Macaulay has kept Indians away from the cultural and socio-economic arena of our nation?
See, Macaulay...
That's why it is being rejected.
Macaulay basically came to India for enforcing two things. One, to give a map about the education, and also to give a kind of a code for the rule of the country and making the law and order in the country. Macaulay is the one who is basically a lawyer. He is basically a legal expert. And a legal expert coming and prescribing education for the country is basically an irony. He also has authored Indian Penal Code, which we are now following a lot. So obviously the intent of Macaulay was to make Indians a service class to serve the British masters. So that was his idea, and in that process he was very clear to show Indian languages, Indian culture, Indian people in a lower category, much lower category than his country, Britain.
Sir, one more question I want to ask, that last education policy which was launched by the Rajiv Gandhi government as back as 1986, at that time Macaulay was not much more in discussion. How do you I mean, feel that the difference between 1986 education policy and now?
You see, Rajiv Gandhi's time 1986 policy, immediately after 1986, for 3-4 years it was active, but after that it went on a bit slow. And it was revived again. The same education policy of 1986 was revived in 1992. There are two very good things that have come about after that particular education policy. The most important thing is the right to free and universal education for the Indian students up to the age 14, what we generally now call it as Right to Education Act, which got implemented in 2009. It was actually suggested from 1986 and revived in 1992. So I think the very fact that they wanted to have a universalization of Indian education shows that they dropped Macaulay by that time already. In fact, much before 1986. Starting from 1966 onwards, there were efforts to drop the Macaulay type of education in India.
Sir, how new education policy 2020 will shape future of our country?
In fact, it is not only the future of our country, but if it is the future need of all of us. Why? Because the education system as such has become kind of it got into a limbo, and because of that there was not much of an activity and brainstorming that was going on, which should be implementable also. So coming to the question that you say, see, the new education policy 2020 has got two very clear goals. One is by 2030, year 2030, they wanted to have certain sustainable development goal.
Right.
So they have very clearly defined it and they have seen that clear. And the other thing that NEP talks about is by 2040, by 2040, the Indian education should be second to none in the whole world. So it is that kind of a importance that has been given in the new education policy, and obviously the future is going to be good because it is where we Indians need to come much better than what the education system right now is.
Sir, do you think that we have ample resources, enough resources to fulfill the requirements of new education policy?
Frankly speaking, the resources were earlier there, but unfortunately they were misused or misappropriated, and because of that now we are finding this question is staring in front of us. Right from the Kothari Commission of 1966, they said that 6% of the total GDP should be dedicated for the education. But even now also that percentage figure has not been achieved. Then in between the education cess was put. But the main thing is resources generally is of one, the capital, the funds,
Right.
two, the human resources, and basically the will to implement the policy and the sustenance needs for it. And new education policy 2020 recognizes one thing very strongly. It says the policy is as good as how it can be implemented by all, giving a lot of importance to the student and the teacher. So teacher training and education being very much focal to this. So I think we got enough resources, and all it needs is to how to use these resources, which is of much more need.
Well, this is a mere document now, new education policy, and seeing the current situation, current say educational atmosphere of our country, the country like ours, would it be able to implement it?
See, I would say this, this is much beyond a document. In fact, I would say this is the prescription. Because this is a time where we are, unless we do it properly, implement it with wholeheartedly, with full effort, we will continue to lag behind in education scenario all over the world. So I think, yes, it is possible to implement. And one very good thing that has come about, though it is the pandemic times,
Right.
where millions and millions of children are deprived of online education because that's the only way that we think that is going to. But this is going to bring a tremendous change in the psyche of the children, parents, and all the stakeholders, because people now will not go in to look for the top quality buildings for their child's education, but what they would look for is top quality communication networks and infrastructure, which I think the government must provide to the citizens.
Any other points related to new education policy and educational system which is to come very soon, likely to come, you may convey to our viewers?
First thing, actually, I because I'm moored in school education, so I'm limiting myself to the school education only. But we need, until and unless the education system changes regularly, reviewed regularly, we will become victims of the so-called mechanism. And we had played victim for a long time. Now I think average Indian is not just bothered to speak English. He in fact wants to command the world. And a time is now come when we are looking at an educated laborer also. And that is what if we have a laborer who is educated, his family would be educated. And that is the basic need for a country that has a lot to develop further. So I think instead of just sitting and following what the education policy that was there in 1986, then revised in 1992, it is a long time now it has been researched. So in fact, I would say with the implementation of NEP, there should be 6 monthly strong reviews that should be taking place. Then only we will know how we are progressing on that. So I think we should welcome the National Education Policy 2020 with open arms, without any ideological bias, without any political color, because it is for every Indian, it is there.
There is a still ray of hope. Our new education policy, if it is implemented, definitely some better will go. Thank you very much, Mr. Ganti. Thank you.